Hello, everyone from The Gifted. Thank you so much for joining us today in the LA Times Photo Studio Comic-Con. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, this is what I need to know, because I feel like people are deeply confused about this. You are in a separate timeline from other ex-people, correct?
Other ex-people.
Still people.
But this world is not aligned with the movie world. You guys have your own separate universe.
No, just like the comic books too. Like there's different volumes and different chapters and different universes that these same characters take place in. So just like our show, it takes place in a world where there are no X-Men or Brotherhood.
But there were.
Alternate universe.
We're in the X-Men universe, but a different reality. Similar. I mean, in the films and the comics, nothing's consistent. You know what I mean? It's
We're in the universe, but we have our own lineage. So we're sort of there. We have characters from the universe, as you can tell. We have Polaris and real people and Blink and Thunderbird, but we exist within our own reality as well.
Same universe, different galaxy, baby.
That was a very confusing,
baby.
very confusing answer to a very confusing question.
Solar systems and stars and moons, and if you take the thing,
if you throw a stone into a pond.
All right, so one of the things I really like about this is that so often in these shows it's about family of choice, right? The X-Men come together, they choose to be together. We have a real family at the center of this, and they choose to stay together in this very difficult situation. And so how much of that was attractive to you all to be part of this, that it is a family of choice for some of you, and it's an actual family for the rest of you?
I mean, I think for me that was sort of the key, and certainly from my personal character's perspective, I was interested in the fact that he was doing what he thought was right. In our world, the mutants and humans live side by side, and that's absolutely fine as long as you, as mutants, don't use their powers in public. So, to a detrimental effect. And when that happens, my character is a prosecutor who removes them from society and puts them into some kind of detention center for the good of society, but also for the good of themselves. And it's not until this incident happens with his son that he is forced to sort of question that and knows full well actually what will happen to his kids, and so therefore goes on the run and joins up with another family, which is the slightly different family, and give up everything that he and his family have lived for and go subterranean and into this sort of underground existence.
I'm just glad he does the right thing.
Well, to begin with, he does. You don't know what else happens.
Yeah, there's a phrase I like to say relating to our show. It's friendship is thicker than blood. So you can be related to anyone that, anyone. You don't get to choose your family, but the people you do choose.
Okay, sorry.
It's a different phrase.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, the chosen family theme is really interesting here, and I think it's really important to the story.
It's also, that was quite enticing, is that this group of the second family, the literal family, the biological family, unless you've been unfaithful.
First family,
unless you've been unfaithful.
Not the
unless
second
there's been
family.
some unfaithful people. These are supposed to be these two people's children. Kobe, maybe the summer shows is going to involve someone down the line. But this mutant family, that was quite enticing for us to do, much like actors thrust together to join in a cast, is walks of different, 4 very different mutants from very different backgrounds, varying ages, varying genders and whatever else, are thrust together by the same common causes, and that's quite an enjoyable, unifying thing to feel and to work through, especially with what the show's trying to do and the parallels to modern day society we're trying to portray and sort of analyse and dissect. And that's why that was really enticing for me, was, Eclipse is South American and Thunderbird is an Apache and Blink is from Asia and Polaris is Irish.
Is white.
Green?
Oh, she's Irish.
Yeah, she's got to be, right? So, and coming together for a common cause, as opposed to, we create our own family without it having to be blood.
I think actually Polaris is Jewish ancestry.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's something that I did not know, but Polaris isn't my character, so I didn't do the reading on her one.
Just read your own.
Yeah, I just read my own, which doesn't exist, so I didn't do any reading because Eclipse was made up for this show.
So for Amy and Steven, you have previously played characters that have had powers, and now you are powerless as far as we know, right?
We have taken your powers.
That's the thing about genre television that makes it so exciting, that makes
I know me for one, love to do sci-fi and do this kind of stuff, is we have no idea what will happen. And if we tried to come up with an idea, the writers are going to come up with something way cooler. So we don't try to project our ideas on them. But for now, we don't have powers. But thanks for reminding everyone that Stephen and I have had powers in the past. So.
Well, I was going to say, did you give them advice about sort of pretending to be able?
They did not ask.
Yeah, it's strange. We've been wanting to bring this up.
I can't learn your smolder. That's a power of its own, mate.
It is, mate.
So nobody asked for the veterans in the cast how to pretend against the screen?
We asked them how to act.
I think we had a conversation at one point about how to make your teeth come out from the vampire, and it was really interesting. Yeah.
I mean, powers or not, that's not really what the show is about. Some people have powers, some people don't. Some people's powers change, but really it's just about family.
Yeah, and it's important that we have that human, that non-power entity that Steve's always talking about, very smartly talking about. That the people, you know, the viewers are going to watch from an unmutant X gene side, from these two and their points of view in this world. People can relate to mutants as they want to, but they can't really relate to having the X gene. And these two will bring the humanity and bring a lot of sort of...
They're like our audience.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be able to go straight through, Steve.
It's very Brechtian.
Yeah.
It's about the power of family. And we are so grateful that your family joined our family today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.